Hello, welcome to my crypto analysis update video. In this video, I will be talking about sort of the next steps in crypto or the next phase in the crypto market in general, what will be happening um, soon, what kind of altcoins will be good to be invested into, and that sort of thing. So first, just to recap on Ethereum, it keeps going up. It has been going up for the past couple of weeks now, almost consistently. We have had a little bit of resistances on the way. We had resistance at around 3,000 where we consolidated a little bit and then broke out. And then our next major resistance was right about 3,600 where we consolidated and have now broken out of. And I believe the next major resistance will be up at around 4,000. The reason being is it has been resistance a couple of times in the past as well. I've talked about this in past videos as well. Um, so I won't go too much into it, but it also has the resistance of a trend line from the last peak of the last bull market down to this one. At around 4,000. So just about 4,000, we will probably have some resistance, maybe some consolidation, or if there is a lot of selling pressure, we might even retrace down to around maybe 3,600 or all the way down to around 33, 3,200, where we have the previous resistance line resistance line turned into support. So if we can retrace back down to that, it will flip it into resistance into support, and we can then bounce off of that. Either of these possibilities, who knows? We could just consolidate, have a little bit of bullish consolidation at 4,000 and then break out. We'll see when that comes, when the time comes. So after crypto, after Ethereum has pumped and I will be taking another chunk of profit off 4,000. I will be flipping it into altcoins, which is also the point of this video. What will be the next good altcoins that I will be investing into? At the first one, at around 3,600, I did sell a little bit of my Ethereum and flipped it into altcoins, and I will do that again at 4,000. So just to talk about sort of the overall crypto markets, if you take a look at this map, the path to alt season, we have phase one where Bitcoin surges up quite a bit, and it already has from the bear market low of 15,000, 16,000 or so, and all the way up to around 120,000 where we are sitting at today. And the next phase being where Ethereum starts to really outperform Bitcoin, and that is sort of where we are right now. If we take a look at the Ethereum versus BTC chart, we can see Ethereum is going up quite a bit against Bitcoin. If we zoom out and look at the big downtrend we had in this whole market cycle, Ethereum has now reversed that downtrend into an uptrend, and it's now outperforming Bitcoin. So we are definitely in the phase two of path to alt season. And what is soon to come, I believe, is phase three, where large caps really start to outperform Ethereum. And I believe that will be around where Ethereum breaks new all-time highs. Let me just show this on the chart as well, where it breaks 4,800 resistance, kind of reaches 4,900, 5,000 and beyond, and really starts to go up from there, where it has no more resistance. That is where phase three will really be in action, I think, where people have had really good gains on Ethereum, and or even if people that have been interested in crypto for a while but have been sidelined and not really been investing, and now think, okay, Ethereum has already broken new all-time highs. It has a lot of gains. I've missed out on it. What's the next thing I can get into that hasn't run up yet? And that is where these sort of top altcoins other than Bitcoin and Ethereum will really start to get attention. So yeah, if we look at sort of this map that I found, uh, I don't really know where it originates from, but I did find it on the internet, and I think it shows pretty good sort of the top narratives of crypto. We have RWAs, which is sort of real world assets. It is it's the crypto tokens that supports tokenized stocks and bonds and other real world assets. So cryptos that have sort of a link to uh, to outside of crypto itself that people are also interested in. Then we have the made in USA cryptocurrencies, which are for one also a positive narrative since the president of United States, Donald Trump, also is really pro crypto now, and is aiming to. I don't know if they have yet or already will be doing, but there are definitely talks about all the made in USA cryptocurrencies being tax exempt, so 0% tax on them, which also has, that takes a lot of attention. People get interested in those because tax exempt. That in itself is a really positive narrative for whatever crypto is in that sector. Then we have the World Liberty Finance, which is the Trump family's who is backing these cryptocurrencies. I don't know much about this. I haven't done a lot of research, but it seems to be a good thing at least. Um, then we have the AI and DePIN sector. Uh, DePIN standing for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Network, which is kind of these big GPU computational data centers, networks, and stuff that sort of AI projects and companies are building upon. Um, so a cache and render and some of the other ones are sort of building these uh, large computational uh, infrastructures, a lot of GPU powers, a lot of GPU power that can power enable AI to work really well. So and then there's obviously the projects that are AI focused themselves that also utilize DePIN. So this sector is also really good. It's also, other than crypto, a really booming market right now. And if you just take a look at in the anywhere in the real world, AI is everywhere. So really good narrative. And then we have the Coinbase 50 index. Coinbase being the largest crypto exchange in the world right now. So anything that these guys are backing is also really good. Uh, yeah, you can sort of look at the individual cryptos in this map itself, but one of the really key ones to notice is Chainlink. It has pretty much a foot in every single uh, narrative. It's the most connected or interconnected crypto project there is. It links. It has infrastructure that almost every cryptocurrency is building on. So really key crypto project. And then we have Injective, which is also uh, really versatile, you can say. It's a layer 1 blockchain. It has a DeFi infrastructure, DeFi being decentralized finance. It's also a governance token, so holders of Injective can vote on upgrades and protocol decisions. It's also a real world assets, RWA, and it also has its foot AI and sort of AI integrated dApps and stuff like that. It also, I believe, has a little bit of gaming and NFT marketplace related things going. So some gaming ecosystems that are supporting this as well. Yeah, really versatile project, Injective. It has a really good team. They're doing a lot of different things. Yeah, so Render, also really good project. Has partnerships with NVIDIA and Apple and deliver uh, GPU power for cloud infrastructures like Google Cloud and such. Yeah, I won't go into all of these, but AVAX, Algorand, XLM, XRP, Cardano Zeta, these are all really good. Uh, these are the kind of projects I expect soon will be a major focus in the phase 3 of the crypto path to all season. Next, if you look at this little map, at the top are WA projects by social activities. These are all really good projects as well. Chainlink, HBAR, AVAX, VChain, Ondo, Injective, ICP, Algorand, Quants, and the last one I don't really know what that is. I'm not very knowledgeable about sort of the last two in this chart, but you can see these are all very good coins just by social activity. People are talking a lot about them. Now, if we look at some charts and some technical analysis on some of these projects, last time when we hit 3600 and I sold a little bit of my ETH, I flipped it into two other cryptocurrencies. One being VChain. It's a pretty good real world asset crypto. If we zoom out a little bit, it has been in the crypto market for quite a while. So it was also here in the last bull market. It's not a new coin per se, and it has some really good looking charts. If you look at it right now, it has freshly broken out of a pattern that has successfully been very positive the last 3 times it did so. Back in sort of the start of 2023 and later in the start of 2024 and now in the start of 2025 it has made almost the exact same pattern and broken out of it every single time and done 3, 4, 5x from that. So it's looking to, I would expect, next major move will take it up to around 10 cents or $0.1 or somewhere around there, which is, a 4x from now around there. So it's looking really good, really good setup, really good structure on the charts. Uh, Even if we take some Fibonacci's retracement tool, look at some fib levels, the 10-cent range also coincides really well with the range of the golden ratio from 0.618 to around 0.69. So yeah, really good range to be in. The next sort of it will have some resistance at this in this price range, I believe, from the last 3 tops it has had. So there will probably be some resistance, maybe a little retracements or some consolidation or something like that. We will see. After that breaks out though, um, another resistance point will be right at $0.18, where we have had resistance earlier as well, at the fib level 0.886. And then we have the final resistance at the all-time high $0.26, which when we break through that, it will be price discovery. And if we look at the extension zones, 1.272 will be at around $0.6. 1414 will be at 0.9, and the 1.618 will be at what a coincidence, $1.618. So yeah, I do believe in the long run we will come up around these levels, around $1 or $1.50 or so, which from today's price at 0.028 is quite a lot. It's we're talking 30, 40, 50 excess from today. So that is looking really good. Um, if we take, just for an example, a Fibonacci retracement tool from the first top of this sort of 3-time pattern we've had going to the bottom of it, the next top was exactly at 1.618. Nice. If we do that again from the second top of this pattern down to the bottom, the next one was right around in between 1272 and the 1414. So probably if we do that again, the fib from the top of the last major top to now the bottom of the last few months, it is looking like the 1272 is around 12 cents, and the 1414 and the 1.618 0.15 to $0.2. Anyways, the 1.618 from this Fibonacci retracement tools extension is overlapping quite well with the 2.272 of $0.21 of this Fibonacci extension tool level. So that's pretty nice. Just a little bit of extra technical detail for you there. Anyways, that was VeChain. It's looking really good. It's a good project, a good RWA. The charts are looking good. I did invest in this recently, right when it broke out, and yeah, seems like a good breakout. The other one I did also invest into was AVAX, which is also a really strong coin. Once again, if you look at this chart, it has it's both made in the USA crypto. It's a strong RWA. It's a layer one. It's also in the Coinbase 50 index. I believe it's also the primary uh, crypto project that layer one ecosystem that is gaming focused. So a lot of gaming related projects are being built on it as well. So yeah, that's really strong narrative. So whenever gaming as a narrative gets its run later in the cycle, AVAX will also be doing really good. Also, it's on ranked number 3 in the top 10 RWA projects by social activity. So really strong projects. It is also looking like freshly breaking out of the downtrend, flipping into an uptrend, and it's still far away from its all-time high of around $150. It's at $26 today. So that is 6x away from its all-time high. And I do believe it will obviously go beyond that this crypto cycle. Probably $318 is its 1.272 level. $475 is at its 1414 level, and the 1.618 level is all the way up at 850 almost. So that is around a 30x from today, which I do believe is possible. If we take a fib from the last high of March 24 at around $65 down to the low of $14.50 of April 25, and take a fib extension tool from there, it has its 1.618 right above the level of the previous all-time high. And coincidentally, The 2272 level also overlaps really well with the 1414 level of the bigger fib level from the last cycle. So yeah, around $450 is looking realistic, which is also about a 20x from today. So also it does have this bullish pattern, the triangle wedge pattern. Um, so whenever it breaks out, it will probably face resistance at about around $40 or so. And once it breaks out, it will be very positive. Very bullish setup for AVAX, bullish pattern. Um, yeah, VeChain and AVAX are the two coins that I bought into recently. Another good altcoin that is worth talking about is Cardano's ADA. Now it is sitting at $0.9, which is, it has run up quite a bit, but I do still believe it has good potential to the upside for multiple reasons. One is it has freshly broken out of a downtrend, so that's pretty good. Which is also a kind of like VeChain. Uh, Third time it fulfills the exact same pattern, and every single time it has had really good upside, around 3 to 5x, and now it's only, I say only, but a 2x from the last bottom it had. So uh, if you look at the bigger overall pattern, it's also nearing the resistance of the top resistance all the way from the last peak of the last all-time high. So yes, if we take a look at some fib levels here, Fibonacci's extension tool from the top of the last bull cycle down to the bottom of this bear market, it has three big levels all the way up here at 1.272 at $6.3, 1414 at 9.2, and the 1.618 all the way up at just under $16, which is more than a 16x from today. So we're talking 10, 15x as a good possibility. If we look at the fib levels from the last previous markets, all the way from April 2018 down to the low of March 2020, the bull market in 2021, November of the August of 21 reached just above the 1.618 level at $3. If we take a look at the fib level from the top, April 23 down to the bottom, the next top was also just above the 1.618 level. And if we take a look at the fib from the top of March 24 down to the bottom, the fib reached, the price range reached just above the 1414 level. So yeah, 1.1414 and 1.618 do seem to be really significant levels here on this chart. Also, if we take a look at the 2272, it's right above the previous all-time high of $3 and also right above the previous uh, overall fib from 2020, 1.618 level of $2.6. So yeah, this I believe after we do break out of the current overall downtrend at around $1, which will have some resistance. When we break out of that, the next major resistance would be at about $3. And when we break out of that, we will head up all the way towards $6, $9, and maybe even 16. So yeah, a lot of potential. We are still talking around a 10-15x. Another aspect to talk about from the fundamentals level is I don't feel like Cardano is as popular or as much talked about as some of the other coins, like Solana and XRP, for example, because these guys been have had quite some good run-ups. We look at XRP; it has made a new all-time high, um, and Solana is also doing pretty well. And Solana also nearing its all-time high on these charts. Um, and Cardano is nowhere near that. And why I say Cardano is a little bit underrated is because the U.S. Federal Reserve, the core assets the United States are holding as crypto projects are Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. Cardano is also in that list, and it is moving up quite fast right now, but it's still nowhere near its all-time high. So I do think it is a little bit undervalued right now, until yeah, not as popular. Another good project that is worth talking about. Let's see. That is another good altcoin worth talking about is Injective. Not just because it's, if we look at this map, it's in the top 10 most talked about RWAs, or top RWA projects by social activity. And on this map, it's also in almost all of the top key narratives of crypto. Uh, and it's still nowhere near its all-time highs yet, which I do believe will be breaking out of eventually. And if we take a quick look at some fib analysis here, I just summarize this range here. 1.272 is at $92. $1.414 is at $124, and 1.618 is at $190. If we just take a look at the fibs from the last cycle, from the top of 21 down to the bear market of bottom of 22, this also has a 1.618 right up at $173, which is almost the same or very close to the 1.618 of $191. So I do believe over here, around here, is as almost safe to say a good target in the long run. And we are currently at $15, so that's more than a 10x from today. And also, the 1272 of this cycle overlaps really nicely with the 1414 of the last cycle of $92. So this whole range from 92 to 190 is a really good range to have in mind. Good potential there. One last altcoin I will be talking about is Render, because Render also is, as we talked about earlier, a really good, well-placed altcoin in a lot of different narratives. Made in the USA, AI Deepin, and Coinbase 50 Index, and it it also supports a lot of gaming, I believe, with the GPU power it provides. Also, it has freshly broken out of a downtrend, which is really good. Its last all-time high was at around $13.7, and we are today sitting at around 4.5. So almost a 3x from that. If you take a look at some fib levels, Um, we have the 1.272 level at $21, 1414 at 27, and 1.618 at 38. If we take a look at some fibs from the last cycle, from March 21 down to the low of June 21, for reference, it peaked right at 1.618. Would you look at that? And also, the 2272 at 34 is pretty close to the 1618 of 38 dollars. So that is looking pretty good. And out of curiosity, let's look at the top fib from the top of 21 down to the bottom of 2022. It's 1414 is also right at 37. Really nice. And it's 1.272 is also at almost the exact same, or right above the 1272 of the current cycle's fib at $22. So this whole range here is looking really good as a safe target. We can go looking beyond that as well, since the 2618 from 21 is at $68, and the 1.618 from the last bull market top 20, to the bear market low is at $75. So in this range of around 68, 75, let's just say 70, uh, it also is a possibility, but nothing I'm too optimistic about. Let's say, as a safe zone, let's keep it to the safe targets. We're still looking at a 4 to 7x, and as a bit more optimistic target, we could maybe even go from 70 all the way up to $100 or so. So yeah, that's still a 15 to 20x. Yes. So probably render. I will look into investing in more and injective. The reason I'm not talking much about, let's say, XRP or Solana is again because they already have pretty high targets, and they have already set like 5-7x's from just a couple months ago, or under a year ago, let's say. HBAR as well is a really good project, good RWA. It has a lot of narratives covering AI and such, good partnerships all around. I do hold a lot of HBAR, but it has reached some high prices, and I'm not the type to buy in after really high prices have already been reached. I look more for the next opportunities. XLM as well. I do hold a lot of this, but uh, it is doing quite high prices right now. Algorand actually is looking like a really good project that's not too late to get into. For one, it's both in the top 10 RWA projects by social activity, and it's also both made in the USA, and it's a good RWA and Coinbase 50 index. So it's a really versatile project that's up there with these other big guys that isn't overly saturated yet. All-time highs were up at about $2.9, and it's right now at 0.3, so still a 10x from its all-time high. And it is reaching a trend line from its last all-time high down to around now about $0.35. Well, it will be resistance, and once it breaks out of this major trend line, it will be looking really good for the upside. on the more long-term basis, if you just take a look at the fib from the last all-time high of 2.9 down to the bottom of $0.08 from the bottom of 2023, the fib does suggest a price range of 7.5 all the way up to $25. The 1272, 7.5, 1414 at 12.5, and 1.618 at 8.2 sorry, $25.8. So a lot of upside from today. Out of curiosity, if I take a fib from the top of March 24 down to the bottom of August 24, the next peak was right in between the 1414 and 1.618. Yeah, just a little technical curiosity there from my side. 1414 and 1.618 are typically the the, the top ranges you would be looking at when it comes to fib extensions. So I know 7.5, 12.5, and $25 is a big range, but these are all considerably or uh, considerable as the top targets for the coming bull run, which is close to, actually, if we hit $25, that's close to 100x even from today. So quite optimistic, but even if we just hit 7.5, that's still more than a 20x, 25x or so from today's price. And the $12.5 price at 1414 is also around 50x or something. 40x actually, yeah, something around that. So yeah, also a pretty good project overall, I would say. I already have a lot of this, so I won't be getting into it. VeChain I also have enough of now, so I won't be buying more. Cardano, I won't buy more of that either. I have quite a bit of it. AVAX, I might still buy more next time I take profits of ETH at $4,000. In Render as well, I think I will buy more of this as well. It's looking really good. And Injective, where was it? Down here, is also, by the way, all these green lines in the middle of the charts are my average buy prices. So I have been looking at these for multiple years, all the way back in 24. I was DCAing in slowly on the way down, and I did buy all the way down in the bottom ranges as well in 25, but my average is still a little bit high. So the coins that have good upside potential, where my average buy price is still above where the current prices, are definitely worth buying for me. This is just for me and entertainment purposes for other people. This is not financial advice, just keep that in mind. I'm just showing my own journey, what I'm doing, and if anybody can benefit from analysis and learning how to look at charts in a simple manner, that's all that's really is, just entertainment. No financial advice. Very important to say here. Yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. It's already way too long, so yes, goodbye.